Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for checking out my YouTube tutorial on Cinema 4D. My name is Somnium Wave and let's just jump right into it. So I learned this cool little technique on my own a couple weeks ago and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So pretty much the idea is, well, actually let me show you what it looks like. Alright, so we're going to jump into the top view. We're going to put a area light, an Octane area light, and let's see here. I'm just going to hold down Control to duplicate this. Yeah, so I'll put them I'll leave a gap of 1 in between. Now again, I'm just kind of freestyling this. I don't really have anything in mind, but let's see what happens. I could just use a cloner, but I have some other ideas for this, so you'll see. So now that we got all these, you can just highlight them all, duplicate those. Actually, wait. These we're actually gonna turn this way. You can hold when you turn this, if you want to get it directly like on the 90-degree or it goes in tens, you could just hold shift and then you click it and then you hold shift and then you can move it. Yeah, pretty handy. Okay, this is gonna go right here. Okay, everything's looking good so far. Now I'm gonna copy these on the opposite side as well and then flip them over. And then I'm gonna do the same for these down here. Okay, so now we got to set up like this. Nothing too crazy, but just wait. Oh, we actually have to turn those right there. Okay. Cool. Now we'll go on the front view and then we'll select everything and then duplicate that vertically. And that should be okay for now, because we have to put colors in all these different lights, so it's gonna take a little bit of time, but it'll be worth it. You could have technically, I guess, done this beforehand, but I mean, I don't really mind doing it, so it's really up to you. If you know what colors you're gonna choose, I don't really, so right now I'm just going to go with the flow. Okay, so I'm gonna group all these lights. We'll call these lights. And then now we're gonna add a daylight. And you're gonna want to turn this, if you click the sun right here, you want to click the power all the way down. It's completely black. And then now is when we'll go ahead and go to, like, let's see here. Could go to, I really like this low poly wool for her, so we're just gonna go ahead and download that. I'm just gonna put it on my desktop for now, but I recommend that you guys keep your model's nicely organized. I know it's hard for me, but I try. Okay, so now let's bring in this model. Okay. Paste it in here. I just Control C, Control V. Okay, cool. So now we have it in here. Obviously it's pretty big, whatever, we'll just leave it like that for now. And as you can see, all the lights are bright as hell. So what you gotta do is, let me see, you should be able to select all of these, go to light settings. Yeah, there you go. And you could turn down all of them at once. Thank God. That would have sucked if I had to go through all of them, done them individually. But so yeah, turn down the power a little bit. Do this on direct lighting. Okay. Oh, one thing we want to do now also is get all these and then uncheck camera visibility. So now it's just your model. You can still see all your mirrors right here. I mean, not your mirrors. You can still see all your lights are here, and you can, do whatever colors and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Actually, what I'm gonna do also is I'm gonna add a couple more rows, but up here, kind of pointing downwards, because as you can see, it's kind of dark on top. So what I'll do, easiest way to do it is probably just grab them from here. Hold Control, go up, and then hit R. You can do these about 45 degrees. We'll do 50. And then when you rotate it, it kind of does this thing where it also changes the direction of this little guide to move it. So to fix that, you just click right here, and it'll straighten it out again. So that's what I need to do, so I can move it over to right here. And I think that's pretty good. I'm just gonna get these right here. Oh shit, I don't want that guy. Oh no. Okay. Okay, now I can bring it up. Okay. And then I did 50 degrees. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's perfect right there. That's centered. Bring them down a little bit. So pretty much the whole idea is like building the lighting setup first before you do anything else. Like figure out how you want your lighting setup to be, and you can experiment with like different things, different setups. I'm just kind of going really basic, but just making sure I'm covering all my ends. Actually, what I need to do is put one directly in the center. Okay. Just make sure they're somewhat symmetrical. Now, Man, that's a shitload of lights. So pretty much what we can do now, hopefully it lets us do it as easy as this. I'm hoping. So let's say from these four. Okay. Got all four, right on. From these four, yes, we can. Right on. We just go to texture, and then, yeah, texture and then color. And then this, we should be able to change it. Yes. Very nice. Cool. This is good. Oh, now this is one of the best parts, but I'm actually gonna do a little bit of color before I flip on the magic. So this side's blue. I'm gonna start grouping these two just so I know what's what. Left, top, blue. Okay. Top, behind. Front, top. So as I'm renaming these and organizing them, I'm kind of also gonna change the colors on them as I'm doing that. So same thing, just texture, color, and then this is gonna be the one in the back. Doesn't really look like much right now, but trust me. Just give me a second. Okay, so this is gonna be pink. This is gonna be the front. I'm gonna keep going with those types of colors. I guess that mood, kind of like a bluish, purplish. Wait, did I do purple already? No, I did blue. Yeah, that's pretty blue. Okay. This one I'm gonna do. Actually, I'll do more of like a sky blue for the front. Yeah, that's cool. I know renaming can be a pain in the ass sometimes, but I think it's worth it because then you know exactly like where all your stuff is. So right top, we'll do this one, blue, pink, sky blue. Let's do like a purple. Okay. Okay, now we can group all these because this is the top row. We'll name these middle row. And then now we're gonna go to the bottom here. Let's do like a green. Fuck it. Yeah, it looks pretty sick. Okay. And if it's too overpowering, I mean, we'll change it later, but I think we'll be alright for right now. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so bottom right, this one's gonna be, is it like aqua? Yeah, sure. Okay. We'll actually go ahead and turn this into another group. This one will be bottom row. Okay. To the front ones. Yeah, sometimes you gotta have a lot of patience for this kind of setup. To be honest, normally I wouldn't really do this many colors, but I mean, I'm just kind of going with the flow now. We're in too deep now. Usually, I wouldn't do this many mirrors, but fuck it. Yeah, yellow looks pretty sick, actually. I don't really know a whole lot about color theory or anything like that. I just kind of mess around with shit until it looks good, but I mean, we're just gonna keep rolling with it. This one's gonna be yellow. I'm not gonna do the top one, the top lighting right now, just because I want to move on with the next step and kind of show you guys what it's gonna look like. We'll finish doing this one. Bottom left. Since there's yellow kind of on this area, on that side, so I'm probably going to do it maybe like almost like a reddish. I don't know. Might do another blue. Kind of wanted to keep the, blue aesthetic. Yeah, I think I like that. It's more like a sky blue right there. I think I have a sky blue already, don't I? Yeah, I do. Whatever. And then these are going to be the top ones. We'll do those later. Okay. So now, as you can see, we've got our wolf right here lit up from different angles. But it doesn't quite look cool yet. So this is the next part. You're going to go ahead and, assuming you're using Octane, that's what I'm using, you are going to want to, let's see here, what do we got? Oh, okay. Well, how about we just group all this? Okay, much better. Okay, so the next step finally is you're going to want to load a metallic material, I want to say. Yeah, it is. You're just going to want to drop right on it. Boom. Pretty crazy, right? I'm actually kind of impressed myself. I didn't think it would look this cool. Holy shit. If you think this looks cool, you're going to trip the fuck out right now when we do this next part. Alright, so pretty much I just put a chrome material, a metal material in there. The reason it looks like that is because it's 100% reflective, so it's like if you were to go to roughness and turn this up a little bit, then it would start looking more like metalish, which it actually looks pretty sick if that's the look you're going for, right? So like the light kind of diffuses off of it like that. If you do it more, it becomes more like really metalish. But if you do it all the way low, it just looks kind of like a 2D cartoon type thing. You do it very little. So yeah, for this instance, we're just going to leave it all the way on 0. But yeah, that's pretty much how you set this kind of thing up. If you were to have a different configuration right here, like what you're seeing right here would look way different too. I think the reason this looks so, I don't know, however it looks, is because you could see each individual mirror. I mean, not mirror. I don't know why I keep calling it a mirror. You could see each individual light source right here. Right? So now let's take it one step further. If you were to use a higher resolution model, it would probably look a lot sicker. Let's see if maybe we could find one. Okay, so let's try this one here. This actually looks like a pretty solid model. So go ahead and download that. Straight into Cinema 4D. Same thing, we're just gonna, actually before we do that, we're gonna wanna go in here, click all these, and connect objects. That way we don't have separate things. Okay, cool. So we'll call this one frog. And you can remove all this crap on here because we're not gonna use it. Oh, actually, we're not gonna delete the Fong tag because then it looks all shitty. I don't know why. You see how like it looks nice and smooth right there? Then when you take off the font tag, it's you can see like the individual polygons. And eventually we could probably animate this too, and I'm gonna, maybe in another video, I'll go over how to rig this and how to actually make it like jump and stuff like that. But for now, we're just gonna do something else that looks pretty cool too. So let's copy that, Control C, and then we're gonna jump back into our project. You could just click these two little buttons right there. They're pretty tiny, but just click both of them to hide your model, and then paste a new one. And obviously we're gonna scale this guy up. Okay. So we're just gonna go 5, 5, 5. Nice. Maybe make them a little smaller. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Now same thing, just drop the chrome. Yeah, you see how now you can like tell what it is better, and then you can actually see all the different colors on here too. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, so we're gonna want to animate this, and the way I do it, well, the way I did it on my previous video that I showed you, I just loaded up a displacer and I dragged the frog into, actually I think we put it like that. And then if you hit play, obviously nothing happens. So what you gotta do is you gotta go into displacer, go to shading, change this to noise, and you're gonna want to click in it. So click that. It's gonna take you right here with all these different properties for the shader. But the first thing you want to do is where it says animation speed, do that to like, I don't know, maybe, yeah, 0.5, why not? And then now hit play. You can't tell that much, so what you got to do is go back to displacer, go to object, and then turn up the height. Let's see. There you go. If you don't want it to be so strong, you can just turn down the strength. Turn it down to like, you know, whatever. And if you notice, if you go to display, show right here, there's actually not many polygons on here. It's a kind of like a low poly model. So that's why it's distorting in such a blocky way. If you want it to be a lot smoother and probably look a lot better, then let me see, I'm going to take this off for now. You're going to want to put a subdivision surface, sorry. I'm going to put that in there. And then boom. See how nice that got now? Now it's like really, really, really smooth. Really nice stuff right here. Holy shit. That's actually real nice. God damn. Alright. Alrighty then. And then now, let's see. I think I can turn this into an object. Yes. And I'll temporarily hide that, and I'll be left with this frog that's a lot more. Look at all these polygons now. It's a lot more. It has a lot, just better. It's gonna react better to the displacer. So you can take that out, delete that. Keep that just in case. And then now put your displacer under your frog. Oh man, this thing is awesome. You could probably already tell. So do this, leave it at 0. Fuck it, look, you can put it at 1%. It is gonna, you know, not play as smoothly, obviously, because it's got so much more, you know, subsurface divisions on there. But, you know, it's not that bad actually, but it'd be a lot faster if you pause your render. Turn it back on. Turn this up even more. And if you could just pause it. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. So, kind of just wanted to give you guys an overview of this little technique that I've been messing with for a while. There's quite a bit of options you can do. If you were to go back to the displacer, let's put this back at 0. If you were to go to the displacer, and remember we went to shading and then hit right here, you're going to want to see under the noise type, you put just regular noise. Oh, one thing I forgot actually. In order to animate this and make it loop perfectly, okay, so there's 90 frames right here, right? Our animation speed is 0.5, so right under that, you see where it says loop period. Loop period is going to be how many seconds the video is. So in this case, it's 90 frames, and we're going to run it at 30 frames per second. So a total of 3 seconds. And watch, check this out. Type in 3, and I'm going to temporarily turn this off. That way you can keep an eye on this and see how it loops. Turn this back up. See? So yeah, you just go into shading, animations. Well, animation speed is good, and then loop period. That's the one you want to make sure it's the amount of seconds your clip is. And obviously, if you turn up animation speed, you know, it's a lot more gnarlier. Or if you want like a really, really subtle effect, you know, you do it at like 0.1. I think that looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, under noise right here, if you could have all these different noise types. So like cell noise will make it do that. See, pretty crazy. I don't know if how that would render out, but you can do like, and remember, this just looks extreme because I have my height cranked up. If you turn your height down, you know, you could kind of go back to the way it was. You could go -2. Negative is actually pretty cool. You can get a lot of interesting results. You know, you can start off your video like that, and then as it's going, it'll like turn back into your frog, and then you can like have it just chilling right there. Pretty trippy visuals. I think that looks pretty awesome. All you got to do is rig a nice a couple camera swings in here, and man, you'll have some pretty solid visuals for whatever you're doing. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to give you guys an overview of this, and I probably will do another video just to explain the camera rigging and also how to rig this character and make him like jump and stuff, because right now it's just kind of deforming him, but still, you know, pretty cool little method. Again, thanks for checking out my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.